Life and death, every chart is a mountain, a meme, a decree. Is this genius or mass lunacy? Stroll with me down this wild mentality, where a frog with sunglasses screams we're early endlessly. Oh, see, bulls and bears and fantasy, every post's a prophecy. It's nothing made to be. If you want to read what passes for a master plan, simply click and flick your thumb across this broken land. Want to know which way the winds of crypto might just be? Oh, scroll me. One says up, only friends. Next says this is how it ends. Someone's calling the top, someone's buying the dip, someone's typing a thread as their last relationship slips. Scroll with me through the fear and ecstasy, where a chart in crayon gets 1,000 hearts for free. You'll see every hot take, every plea. I was right in 23. Trust the line, ignore the spreadsheet. If you want to gauge if hope or panic's in command, if they're building castles or just castles in the sand, want to test if we're all early or just fantasy? Slow with me. Is it signal? Is it noise? Are we traders? Are we toys? Every candle, every coin is a cult you can join. Scroll with me, let the chaos be our key. Read the mood like it's a map to some great mystery. You'll see faith and doubt in harmony. I'm all into, I'm set free.
In one day, in one same tweet.
If you want to know if folks are brave or out of time, if they're quietly convicted or have simply lost their minds, then my friend, you found the perfect place to start this stream. So scroll with me.
Oh, G Scroll. To all who celebrate. Yes, G Scroll, G Scroll. My name is Dude Lifts. Welcome to Scroll with me. I apologize for being a bit of a extra shiny Pokemon today. I just got out of the shower. I put on maybe a little too much mineral sunscreen, overprotected myself, and now I'm like, so that's the world we live in. But would we rather be overprotected or underprotected from the sun? Because when you live out here in the valley of the sun, as they call it, you got to get down. Because I was not wearing like sunscreen on the daily, and then I went and got this thing, and then the lady was like, "You got to wear sunscreen on the daily. Do you sit next to a window?" And I was like, "Yeah, I sit next to a window." And she's like, "Do you want to end up like fucking?" Oh, dude, I don't want to end up like that. So, alas, we're here. Shiny Pokemon. So we're here, but. Like I said, my name is Dude Lifts. It is Friday, June 5th. I apologize for the late start today because, like I said, I was busy cutting my face, shaving, and applying too much sunscreen. So that's life. You know what I mean? So yeah. But what we're here to do is we're here to scroll the timeline. We're here to understand the vibes. We're here to understand if we're okay or not, right? Because our okayness is not based on our own words and our actions, what we say and what we do. It is, in fact, based on the external validation of the algorithmic timeline designed to trigger our dopamine receptors into oblivion. If you know, you know. So congratulations for being here. Also, if you know, you know. Iko says, I'll see myself in my comments out. I'll see myself out with this comment. G-Scroll Iculus. Iculus made a tweet the other day about like when you're whistling this Scroll With Me theme song, you have a problem. And I felt that. I felt that in my soul. He said the first one didn't come in. Yeah, dude, StreamYard be StreamYarding, Twitter be Twittering, to be fair. I mean, the reality is that we are streaming. I feel like I'm basically doing the equivalent of streaming from like a Soviet era bunker. Like Twitter doesn't have its own native streaming platform. It bought a company named Periscope like a decade ago that did live streaming. And they just kind of like kept that API open. Haven't added any features to it and just let it rip. So you can just pipe in there. So I'm periscoping to you from a submarine underneath the Atlantic Ocean. We've got Omar in the chat says, big congrats on the clap with M1X and VV. Dude, thanks. Honestly, so jazzed. Great to see the community so excited about it. I don't know. I'm going to front run my own tweets here because I think in tweets because my brain is broken. But yeah, it feels like I could feel like the deep breath before the reveal today, which is such a cool feeling. I haven't had that feeling in quite some time. And I think a lot of the community is feeling similarly about what did I get? You know what I mean? But let's jump into the timeline. Let's try to understand the vibes here, and we'll go a couple minutes late because I don't have that 9 a.m. meeting today, but we won't get too long because I do have meetings after that. But let's start off here. We got 5, 6, 8, 9 proud doodles holder. Let's go. Omar says excited for the reveal. Yeah, exactly. Sergito plus Adam Weitzman. Yeah, so Adam Weitzman picked up, apparently Larval Labs had an 800 treasury of Meebits, and Adam Weitzman bought them all. So I crunched the numbies. Don't worry, did it for you at a floor of 0.3. And I don't know if there's rares in there, you know what I mean? But assuming they're all floors, it's essentially 500 ETH, which is like, it's about half a milli. That's no chump change sweep. So really cool. I've seen Adam Weitzman do similar things. I think with ApeCoin, I think he bought a sizable chunk of ApeCoin. So honestly, awesome. Dude, we need more Adam Weitzmans in the space. No glazing, just like patrons, collectors. Fuck, I mean, Renaissance was fucking funded by the Medicis. So Adam Weitzman, eat your heart out. You know what I mean? Collect whatever you like. It's amazing. Amazing to see. We've got Dimcat in the chat saying G Scroll. We've got Maria in the chat. G Scroll to all who celebrate. Let's see here. Zoomer here says Zcash to audit supply of recently patched Orchard Pool with new method. They've found a new method to audit the privacy pool. Yeah, that shit was wild. I said something. I was replying to a Tyler Did It tweet. And so basically, for those of you who are not keeping up with this and would understand, you weren't. So Zcash is a privacy protocol. I think it's like a layer 1. And it had an exploit, which is like a bug, right? Which a security team found and patched. But because of the nature of the protocol, and because the bug allowed someone to mint unlimited tokens. So essentially, think about Bitcoin, think about Ethereum. You could just imagine someone just minting new Ethereum, minting new Bitcoin. That's a problem, right? But because it's a privacy protocol, they actually didn't know if people were minting, and they almost like could never know. They could never know the true supply, of what they had. Iculus wants to give a little I don't know what the word is, additional context. It's almost like a note on Twitter. I can't think of the word. Never trust that the Zoomer account tweets. Yeah. So do your own research. No idea if that is true. So, but the context on the broader Zcash exploit is my understanding is true. And so I was saying to what Tyler Did It mentioned, yes, this is something that we had on Flow because I had been pushing for privacy, private transactions on Flow. And I was talking with one of the leadership team at the Flow Foundation after the Flow exploit. And I was like, privacy. I forget how privacy came back up again. And then the conversation turned to like, imagine if we had privacy at the protocol level during that exploit, would have been fucked. Like so bad. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Maria in the chat saying, love seeing so many of these red O's on the timeline. Yeah, that's how you know the VV clan has entered the chat. My timeline has been VV pilled, to be fair. Yeah, look, I mean, I think I interacted with one VV tweet and it's like off to the races. I love it. But the VV community is awesome. So it's been really great. It's one of those like, Doodles has had some collabs that kind of cross technical boundaries at different points with different things, flow based, things like that. It's always so cool to see those communities cross pollinate. We learned so much. Like I was listening to a space shortly. I wasn't able to tune in fully, but there was a gentleman from VV and he actually tweeted, and I quote tweeted it, that he was like, hey, if anyone from the Doodles community is not planning on redeeming their VV redemption code for the Mondrian art on VV, I'll buy it off you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's that shit. Love that. So that same gentleman came on a Spaces last night, educated the room on VV and what's going on there, and it's honestly pretty sick. Honestly, pretty sick. Let's see here. Let's keep going here. Zcash Cabal. Oh, didn't need to see that. Let's see. Dude, let's give a little refresh, dude. Let's cleanse the timeline. Let's see. We got some new mints, things we love to see. Austin Griffith had a baby, also has 3 AI agents. So there you go. We got crumbs here. GM NFT fam. Just a gentle reminder that art is powerful. Enjoyed it. Get inspired. Have a great weekend. Yes. Dude, often in this time, in this space, we forget that we're putting art on chain, you know? So, and dude, I mean, it was one of those things that, once again, I'm so excited for the reveal. It's like, I honestly stared at those artworks, the Mondrian Doodles artworks, for some time and keep going back to them. I'm like keep watching the videos of the physical prints of the hollow. Like, yeah, it's just awesome. It's really cool. We got Effexio here, Rainbow Hall, Lidor. It's Friday morning. Charts are green. All-time highs. Wait. Oh, I was like, what is this? Okay. He's like, all your favorite coins in the house. Smells like a fresh batch of brewed coffee. Vibes are immaculate. Is it too much to ask for? I was like, what universe are you on, my guy? But that's what's up. I apologize if you can hear my computer. I'm quitting applications as we speak because the fan on my computer is absolutely ripping right now. And that like never happens. So come on, MacBook. Come on, little guy. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay together. I know we got Claude. We got things going here, but we're going to be okay. All right. Tut here says, I get to wake up every day and ask myself, what will I create today? That, my friends, is the goal. You have freedom. You are blessed. Never stop striving for that freedom for full self-expression. Agent. Let's see here. Ooh, we got a glyph here. Dude, these are so much fun. Shout out to F. Yeah, so I minted one. I got a 2x2, which is the same arrangement here. And I tweeted it yesterday and I called mine. And I think you have until like June 21st or something like that until it gets like locked in. So just playing around with it and kind of sitting with this version. I call it Hustle Bustle. And it's because it's got like this little construction worker, a little crane, a car, and like something else. I forget exactly what it is, but it just feels like a New York City street corner. You know what I mean? It's like, meh, meh. Like you can almost hear it if you're watching it. I'm like, and once again, it's about the art. And it's fun and it moves you. And as also, I'm just calling out my own tweets. Basically, what Scroll With Me is turned into now is a group chat where I send you my tweets. That's what's happening. But I also tweeted this meme this morning about, it's like choose your path, some Robert Frost bullshit where I was like, charts are red, Mondrian artwork. And this is another great example of that same thing. Speaking of F. Oh, no way. Dude, look at this Brian Brinkman glyph. See, this is that shit. I mean, F. Dot's got that iconic art style, not too dissimilar from the burnt toast art style. Just saying. In the sense that that they're similar, but they're iconic in their own right. And so this is really cool to see him get a lot of love and people excited about the collection. Proud to be a holder. Speaking of VV is coming to Telegram. VV Official just launched its VV Stickerverse, VVTG, a Telegram native NFT sticker platform on Ton, bringing digital collectibles, including Marvel and Star Wars, to nearly 1 billion users. Oh, the Genesis drop happens on this Saturday. Oh shit. Damn. I'd be curious if this is like, and this is just, this is the businessman in me. If this is like a white label of like the Goodies platform or another platform, or if this is natively built. But I think it's a great fit for Telegram. So it's really cool to see. If you love the sea, you're in Dubai and you hold a Funkari NFT, all you need to do is tag me and I'll take you on this ride. My man's boating in Dubai. My gosh. Okay, let's see here. I don't know why this is Just kidding. Not. Look at this. Jim's with the correction here. This is fake news. We're not even going to cover it. It's fake news. Whoa, Chris Giat. Never know how to pronounce that, to be honest. Guyot? Oh, maybe put a little je ne sais quoi on it. Happy Gry Day. So celebrate Full Flex Friday. Full flex. Is it because someone's got to pill me on this here? Is it because it's like a full gradient? You got like the red and it's going down like the grayscale, and then you got the rainbow. Yeah. Oh, dude, this flower trait, so sick. Reminds me of Mrs. Doodlift's old PFP. Whoa, look at this coffee table. I mean, let's just appreciate that. Oh, look. Wait. Same Chris Gyat? Same Chris. Okay. Absolutely stoked to see the Craig color palette made into final. Oh, this might have been from I think Good Vibes Club did a stream with FDOT. They like created some artwork and stuff like that. So maybe they created this color palette as well. Dude, oh, this is, ooh, I like the symmetry here. Symmetry. No, but this is cool. So he made a Vibe Town thing. This is great. So cool. That's so cool. All right, let's keep going here. My good friends at DeFi app are innovating every single month, and the Rocket Perps game just went live. Okay, maybe I need to hit them up because I've had DeFi app in the DMs. I don't know too much about their app, but they like had some really strong momentum at some point. So maybe I ought to dive in. Maybe conceptually it aligns with a lot of stuff that I think is cool because I've looked at it before and they like really want to be the everything app. So maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll dive back in those DMs. All right, here. You either die a hero or live long enough to short the Bitcoin proxy. Nice. All right, let's give another little refresh to the timeline. If we're talking about strict timeline only vibes, maybe it's because a lot of people are in NFC Lisbon. It's quite possible. It's quite possible that that is having an appreciable effect on the timeline here. Ooh, Klano. Yeah, we're seeing that same Effexio tweet. Same Effexio tweet here. Oh. Drama. We've got some drama here. Okay. I don't read, but we're going to read the sauce this morning. Recently, the Goody Sticker app owner claims that VV Stickerverse got inspired by their app. Pretty sure that he meant to say copied, but that was being polite about it. In either case, he uploaded some side-by-side images. I've uploaded those images to ChatGPT, and that's sort of copying. Okay, so let's click in. Okay, he just did the ChatGPT thing. Okay, so this is Goodies, and this is VV Stickerverse. Okay, well, don't know about all the drama, but what I do know is that I asked earlier if the VV Stickerverse was a white label of a Goodies product. Clearly not. Which that's kind of, I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, Goodies, the platform is really tight conceptually. They had the opportunity to do a lot of really interesting stuff, but they seem to have not closed a lot of product loops. Like left a lot of like features seemingly unfinished. I don't know. There's something just kind of not hitting all the way, And if Goodies, if you're listening, would love to dive into that a little bit more. So I'll say it with my chest, as they say. But let's go here. All right, Trust Wallet says breaking hype is now available. Hyperliquid. Interesting. For a wallet, I feel like having a available currency to swap into is pretty table stakes. But hey, sometimes you got to newsify your shit a little bit. I get it. We got Grant Yoon here speaking at NFC Lisbon. Things we love to see. Yeah, so here's once again Adam Weitzman acquiring 805, which maybe brings his collection up to 1,000 me bits. Damn. Dude, Jim's here doing the Lord's work, letting people know that it's not the official kit. That's what we love to see. Okay, we'll read Oren here because we respect Oren Meets World here. Brands should think of influencers as teams. You either have your superstar that you probably pay really well and you want to have a long-term contract with, ideally 2. You have a couple supporting players with varying degrees of efficacy. You have a bunch of people to support, a bench of people to support them. You have rookies that you're bringing up around them, constantly having tryouts of people you want to audition or keep an eye on in your scouting. Excellent metaphor for creators and applies for your internal, on-camera, on social media talent. Well, if you're running that playbook. Damn. Now, this is interesting. I wonder how many brands would think about this. And I know there's some agencies out there, Reach Network, some like other people like that. If someone could productize this, you can make some money, would be my guess. But I think that's wisdom. That's wisdom. Dude, my timeline has been GVC pilled here today. Not bad. It's pleasing for the eyes. Is it? Oh my gosh, J-Lo on Subway takes. My gosh. Dude, what if I don't even know this. I'm not even gonna watch it, but what if J-Lo on Subway takes was like jumping the shark? Like in some ways it's validation for the format, but in other ways, it could be jumping the shark. And I'm just saying that now, not having watched the clip at all, but I'm saying if we look back 6 runs from now and you're like, what happened to Subway takes? Maybe like, is that where it happened? I'm just saying, just gonna mark that in the sand. That was the ultimate like vibe. just sees Jennifer Lawrence like jumping the shark. Didn't even watch the clip. Ooh. Oh, dang. Uniswap posting a hackathon in combination with ETH Global. That's pretty cool that they're having their own ETH Global hackathon. ETH Global runs a tight fucking ship. They run great hackathons. So if you're a builder in New York on these dates, would recommend attending. All right, here. Claude builds motion web apps with Higfield MCP. Oh, okay. No way my man has the entire collection and has them double cuffed on a Tuesday up here. My gosh. My gosh. We got Matt curated here, ladies and gentlemen. First time ever in a 5-year NFT journey. I'm proud owner of a Bored Ape. Nice. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Bitcoin just broke below 60,000. Oh, the reveal is out. Oh, the reveal is out. All right, gang. Well, that's my sign that I better jump so I can get my reveal. But for those of you watching, it is Friday, June 5th. My name is Dude Lifts. It's been a pleasure scrolling with you today. And we'll be back next week. And until next time, I'll see you on the timeline. Thanks, Iculus, for the alpha. Bye.